So today, we're going to break down a really simple but super powerful workout that's designed to seriously boost your English fluency. It's taken straight from a popular learning source, and trust me, it's a good one. Let's dive in. Okay, let me ask you something. Do you ever just feel stuck? Like you're putting in all this time and effort, but your English speaking skills just aren't getting better as fast as you want them to. Yeah, it's a super common feeling, and it can be pretty frustrating.
And I'm guessing your goals look something like this, right? You want to learn vocab faster, get better at listening, really sharpen up that pronunciation, and of course you want to boost your speaking skills quickly. Well, the cool thing is, this method we're about to deconstruct, it's designed to hit every single one of these.
So, what's the big secret? Well, according to the source material, the answer isn't some crazy complicated app or an expensive course. No, it's actually a simple, structured exercise. Think of it like a workout you can do pretty much anytime, anywhere. All right, here's our game plan for this breakdown. We'll start with the Fluency Challenge. Then we'll walk through the 4-part workout itself. It's split into 2 main phases. First, absorb and understand, then activate and speak. And we'll finish up with the most important part of all, the repetition rule. Let's get right to it. Your 4-part workout plan. The whole idea here is to treat learning English like you'd treat a physical workout. It's a simple framework, but it's all about training your brain for fluency. And here it is, the whole thing in a nutshell. The workout has 4 simple steps. First, you listen to a conversation. Second, you learn the key vocabulary from it. Third, you listen and answer questions about it. And finally, fourth, you shadow the speakers. Now, let's break down exactly what that all means. Okay, so we kick things off with Phase 1, Absorb and Understand. This first part is all about input. These first 2 steps are designed to build your foundation by just taking in new information. So, where do we start?
Step 1 is super straightforward. Just listen to the whole conversation. Now, the goal here is not to understand every single word, so don't stress about that. The main thing is to just get the big picture, the overall meaning and the context of what they're talking about.
Then comes Step 2. Learning the key vocabulary. And this is where the method gets really smart. It doesn't just give you a random word list. It takes a phrase you just heard, like ran out of, gives you a super clear definition, and then puts it in an example sentence. So you're learning the word in the exact same context you first heard it. It just sticks better that way. And here's another great example of how it works for single words too. You hear the word convenient in the dialogue. The workout then pulls it out, defines it for you, and gives you a simple example. This kind of learning in context is absolutely crucial for remembering new words. Okay, so once you've absorbed all that material, it's time for Phase 2, Activate and Speak. This is where the real magic starts to happen. You go from being a passive listener to actively turning that new knowledge into a real skill you can use. Which brings us to Step 3. This is the interactive part. You'll hear simple questions about the story, and here's the key. You have to answer them out loud. I mean it. This forces your brain to actually find the information and form a sentence. It's a powerful technique called active recall, and it's the very core of learning to speak. So, for instance, after you've listened to the story, you might hear a simple question like this. Did Alex need to make a cake? And you just say the answer out loud. Yes, he did. It's simple, right? But the goal is speed and confidence. The more you do it, the faster and more automatic those answers become, because you're literally building new pathways in your brain. And finally, we get to Step 4, shadowing. Now, this is an incredibly powerful technique for your pronunciation and rhythm. All you do is listen to a line from the speaker, and then you immediately repeat it. You try to match their exact intonation, their speed, their rhythm, everything. You're basically becoming their shadow. It's like muscle memory for your mouth. So you've got the 4 steps. Listen, learn, answer, shadow. But there is one more piece to this puzzle, and honestly, it's the most important one of all. Let's talk about the repetition rule. This is the key that makes everything else actually work. Because according to our source, the single most important part of this entire workout is something incredibly simple, but it's the one thing that most of us forget to do when we're studying. And that one thing is repetition. It's stated right there, plain as day. Repetition is very important to become fluent in English. The 4 steps are like the car, but repetition, that's the fuel that actually gets you where you want to go. So, how much repetition are we talking about? Well, the source gives a very clear instruction. Practice this whole 4-step workout with the same conversation every single day for 7 days.
That consistency is what creates real, noticeable results.
So let's recap the whole workout one last time. First, you listen to get the big picture. Second, you learn the vocabulary and context. Third, you answer questions out loud to work those speaking muscles. Fourth, you shadow the speakers to really nail your pronunciation. And the golden rule that holds it all together, you repeat it, daily.
That's it. It's a simple, super effective, and repeatable plan that really takes all the guesswork out of how to practice. So, I guess the only question left is, what conversation are you going to use for your first workout?